Good afternoon. Good afternoon. It's Fish Monday. So you already know what it is. It's Dream Tuesday, your favorite accountability podcast with your three accountability coaches. Serena Brown Travis, the pulpit chick, is pulpit chicken right now, but she will be with us as we close out the year. We have Tamara Hartley, the how-to coach, and myself, Dr. Stacey N.C. Grant, chief faithpreneur. So it's right after the heels of the holiday extended weekend. Today actually is the 7th anniversary of Destiny Designers University. Woo, woo, woo.
Woo, woo.
So round of applause for that. It's an exciting time. And we are about to hit the final month of the year. So wow, we've been rocking and rolling with you, Dreamed You Done. This is our third season. And as we prepare for what season 4 will look like, we're just excited and want to say thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being a part of our audience. Thank you for sharing your comments, sending us DMs, inbox messages on how the content that we have shared throughout these series have impacted you, have moved you to action. You moved from dreaming to doing to getting it done. So we're grateful that we're a part of your journey and we're here to be your cheerleaders as you do this thing called life. So over to you, my dear sister, to greet the family today.
Hey, 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 everyone. Look, I still cannot believe the date. It is November the 29th. I am excited about the end of the year and getting ready for, I know you hate for us to rush it, but getting ready for 2022 and what it looks like. I'm excited for that. I'm excited about what we're doing with this show, where we're going, some of the things we're adding for 2022. Have to be excited about that. We got our powwow set up behind the scenes to get ready for you in 2022 to make sure you are getting it done. So make sure you're here so you can get it done.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you all have seen, season 1, and then we did what we talk about, how do you monetize? How do you share? So we created opportunity for you to log on to our website, to sign up for our accountability sessions, and to really get that intensive behind the scenes, right? What we can't do in a segment on a Monday. And then we have our journal that we launched, which was exciting, and you can go on and purchase it. And yes, it's Cyber Monday. And if you go on to Amazon, you can get your purchase. But because it's Cyber Monday, we said, you know what? We'll do something a little special. So if you have been tuning in, if you purchase your journal, you know what a blessing it is. What a great stocking stuffer. What a great gift that you can give someone that you know is on a professional track that they need to make sure they stay accountable, or an entrepreneurial track. And having our journal will do just that to you. So we're going to let you get it for a limited time in our Destiny Designers University store. Since it is our DDU anniversary, you see, for $20, you are able
$100.
to get your journal today. So
And let
you
me
might want to
also
go.
add too, because even if you already purchased your journal and you're all the way through it, you don't have many pages left, this might be time to re-up and get you another one for 2022. Don't forget about that, because it is something very helpful and it kind of takes you through a year, but you also want to get one for that next year. And then you can look back and compare your two journals. Look, it's something that you will definitely want to use in 2022 and make sure that you're staying on track. So if you already have one, get one for the new year.
Exactly, exactly. And the importance of just staying true to the course that you have to take. So let's just talk about that for a minute today, and then we'll go back into how you can capture and get your journal and be able to use your Dream Do journal. But a lot of times folks start out and they don't really stay the course when it comes to their goals and dreams, because it doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't happen like instantly. And they're like, oh, let me try this, or let me jump to that, or let me jump. You know how many people I've talked to that 1 minute they're doing one thing, then a year later they're doing something else, or 6 months, but they haven't stayed the course
Yes.
to give it enough time for it to build traction and produce. What would you say
Yeah.
to those folks?
First off, that's why this show it's Dream Do Dumb, but it's process to progress. That means we didn't wake up like this. Well, some of us did, but we didn't wake up like this, like it took some time. And even if you look at this show as an example, we're 3 years into this show. It's not looking like it looked, when we first started. We talked about our technology upgrades and us just getting started and fine tuning along the way. But what if we would have gave up after that first season? Like, we can't figure it out. Our schedules, we can't get them together. You know what? Let's just do it. Let's do it in 6 months. Let's start next year. We would have probably not have done it. And that's what usually happens. If you put it off, you don't get started. So the good thing is that we're showing you an example of getting started so that you have something to fine tune. Stacey, I think you say something like, you have to have something to perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but get started so you have something to perfect. And that's really a
Absolutely.
reality. So, you don't have to wait even until January 2022 to get started on what you're supposed to be doing in your life right now. Take action out and just use that as an excuse to do some extra.
Exactly. Exactly. That's my second life lesson. It's not about being perfect. It's about getting started so you have something to perfect. And that is what really is important for you to be able to move forward with your goals and your dreams, because you'll forever be in this state of should I do it? Can I do it?
Is it the
Will it
right
happen?
time?
Yeah, I mean, come on. Like, hello, somebody is out there poorly, maybe executing something that you could do better, but because you're not doing it, they're killing it.
Yeah.
They're out there making it happen
And,
because
and
at least
wait, and you're looking at them like, okay, this could be better. You should have did this. But they're doing what they're supposed to be doing. They're making money, they're improving lives, they're making impact even still. And of course they'll get better as they learn more and do better. But we're looking at them like, how they do that? Or I know I could do that. Mm-mm.
not so much. Not so much. So it's so important, and I'm so glad that you brought that up because we know all of those folks who sit in the critic seat. But then
Ugh,
what are you doing? You
yeah,
being so critical. So what if it's not perfect? Guess what? They will perfect it. They
that's
will
right.
have a different version. They will refine it and it'll come out better, but they're far ahead of where you are. You're
Yeah.
sitting back in the critic seat with nothing. At least they have something that's going
Yeah.
to get better.
One of the things my client and I talked about the other day was even with some of the videos that she's working on. She's very conscious of herself on camera. And I get that, but she's trying to make everything perfect. And you all know I used to sit in that seat because I talked about it on this show. Like, oh, my hair's not right. You know what my favorite saying was, my hair's not translating well in the video. No one knows what that means, but I think I made up something for it. But what I told her a lot of times, particularly when you're doing video, audio, people don't like their voice. I do voiceovers, but people don't like their voice, so they don't do any kind of audio or anything because they have a problem with it. But the truth of the matter is, when people want you and they want your content, sometimes that delivery is not the most important thing. It's the content itself that people are looking for, and we overlook that. So while you're holding back and trying to wait on the right time, waiting to be perfect, you're doing a disservice to the people who really, really need you. They need the content. They need those bullet points. They need those lessons learned. That's what they need. They don't need, your bang to the side and that is translating well in the photo. Sometimes they're listening to you and they're doing this, just getting the content ingraded in them. So stop trying to be so perfect and think about those things, but think about the delivery and the impact.
Absolutely. I mean, because if that were the case, honey, I got some new growth going
Look,
on right now. We would
wait a minute. What about a couple of weeks ago? It was so funny in Stace and I in our green room. We cut up back there anyway. But I
yes.
said, Jesus be a curl and I. But the show goes
Absolutely.
on. And so we came on anyway. And that is the kind of example that we're really trying to show you. It's like the show must go on. You've seen Dream Do Done come through in the Apple store, in the back of a car,
In a
in the middle
parking
of a
lot.
funeral. I mean, we come through because life happens. We can't deny that. I mean, all of us are super busy. You see Serena, she's going through school right now. You saw her open up a business on the show. Now she's going through seminary on the show. Like, we're very busy, just like you are. So we're not lying about that. We don't have a magic pill to get that
That's right.
schedule straight. We don't have that. We're doing in spite of, and that's what we're really showing. And I just want to say too, I know we've been talking about getting on that list for some of our masterminds, but we have something major coming in January. And you need to be on that list so that you can be a part of it because this is really going to change the game.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you said something that really just brings me so much joy when I think about it. A lot of times we show the glossy, the perfect pose, the perfectly coiffed hair, the lighting just right, everything's just so perfect. And I want to couch my comments carefully because there, and I always share that you should operate in the spirit of excellence and always
Absolutely.
look for mastery, but not at the expense of building up your track record of
Mhm.
doing, right? So there's something to be said of showing the behind the scenes, the real, the days when we might not feel like broadcasting, but because of our commitment, we still show up, and we show up with content and information to transform somebody's life, because you never know what someone will hear from you, what piece of information we download, what a special guest might say that could be a pivotal moment in somebody else's life. But because you're so caught up with this idea of it being absolutely perfect, you're
Yeah.
paralyzed, and then
Yeah.
you're not executing, and then somebody's suffering,
Yeah,
which is
and when
really the
you and
bottom
when you
line.
talk about that too, because it is about doing your best. Like trust and believe, you can look back at any point in your time in any point in your life and say, I was doing the best I can with what I had. And that's what we're talking about, doing your best and not just being mediocre, but doing your best with what you have. That's what we're talking about, and still striving for that excellence. And as you're striving for that excellence, you just keep getting better and better and better. And that's what we've been showing you. We ain't just rolled over and came to the dream to done. We were putting our best foot forward with the knowledge and information and technology that we had at the time. We just didn't let that stop us. And I think that's the point she's trying to drive home. You do have to have a operate in excellence, and we've always tried to do that.
Absolutely. And it did, whoop, there it is. Right. So there's that point where you're doing, and we're not going to put out something that's just completely crazy. But if you put it out with the best effort, and then
Mhm.
that best effort continues to be refined, and that best effort continues to grow, and that best effort continues to get better, you show by example.
Yeah.
So we all have different areas where we show up with the lights, the camera, the action, the perfectly coiffed hair, and the makeup beat, as they would say all the time. And this is our transparent space to say, look, we have been growing and dreaming about new things and doing, and we just said, let's let a few people in
That's
on the
right.
conversation. Let's have this journey together from process to progress. Let's show that it starts with an idea. So we just don't talk about it. We live the content of this show. And each one of us have our own experiences and examples that you followed, that you've seen. I mean, look, y'all been rocking. You see a conference. I'm on a fourth annual weekend experience that y'all have watched. You've watched Tamara
Mhm.
turn how to programming and being an actor in your own life. Like you said, you watch Serena open up a takeout restaurant and start another cleaning business. Like, we're not out here pretending, as they say in the church. We're not out here prophesying.
And then there's also that example though, because sometimes people will look at you, and you might say, Stacey, she has it all together. She does this, she does that. She broke out with her acting chops this year. So what we show is that yes, we have levels of success, but we keep going to different levels of success, trying new things, doing different things, taking our businesses higher and higher, learning more, doing more. And that's the journey we're taking you on as well. Because just because you've done this, you may have aspirations to do this. And that's what we're talking about here. We have done some amazing things. I can say I've witnessed we've done some amazing things. But the thing is, you have one dream, you conquer it, you fulfill it, and you can move on to another dream and just keep going higher in that success. And that's one of the things we love about each other and how we push each other to those next levels of success.
Absolutely. And thank you, Charity, for tuning in and sharing some love with us and
Oh,
those
oh,
who
my
are.
Madam Prez is here.
Oh, that's your pet. Oh, that's our
Yeah,
soror.
that's
Oh,
right, girl.
look, I got to put up the heart again. All right, soror, do it, do it, do it. But this is, a opportunity on this last Monday in the month of November to make a decision. I know the holidays are here, right? It's not even like it's coming, it's here. And folks are starting to go into holiday mode. They're shopping. It's Cyber Monday. You get the special of getting our journal. But just be intentional with your time
Yeah.
for the next couple of weeks, right? On how you close out this year and prepare for your best, that your latter will be your better, that you
Absolutely.
haven't seen, eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what is next. Like, hold on to that, claim that, walk with some crazy declarations up in your life. That's where I am. That's the space I'm in. So I am excited that my sisters are there too. That, as you said, we iron sharpens iron. We bring the best of who we are, and we look for spaces and places that we can be a blessing and add value in the marketplace. So thank you for allowing Dream Do Done to be a part of your life, of your work, using the journal as a tool, signing up to be first for the next round of what we're going to be doing. Like Tamara said, you really want to make sure you're on that waiting list because it's going to drop first to those on the list. And we want you to be a part of it. So as we wrap up today, Serena sends her love. And just pray for her. She is on the last class.
That's right. That's right. The last stretch.
Last stretch for this semester. So she will be able to join us as we have some fun closing out the year, and maybe even some surprise guests that will be popping in and sharing some information that can help you be strategic and how you move forward. And you better grab your Cyber Monday special on Destiny Design Shop and get your journal. I'm just saying. Over to you, Tamara, to close us out.
Oh my goodness. You know what? This is such a fun time, being able to just share with you all, share with my sisters. It really is an uplift in my week. So I hope it's an uplift in yours. And as you get out there and start Cyber Monday shopping and just shopping, but think about your personal development, your growth, and invest in yourself in some kind of way. I said, it's a gift giving season. Give yourself a gift, invest in something. One of the things we talk about this journal, invest in one for yourself, for your friends, the people in your circle, the people in your mastermind who are going where you're trying to go. Invest in things like that as well, because I'm telling you, 2022 is going to be fire, and you need to be in one of these groups. And that's all I am going to say about that. You'll hear more about that in the coming weeks, but have a great week. Make sure you tap in. If you're listening to the replay, make sure you let us know you listen to the replay. If there's anything you want to look forward to in 2022 that you want us to cover on the show, make sure you let us know that. We're open to that. We're looking at our calendar for 2022 and the kind of things that we can tap into. So make sure you let us know and go to that website so you can get your journal, and we will see you next week.
All right, fam.